Hello and welcome to this TaxCalc video, where we'll be using the Capital Allowances wizard to input the required data into a tax return. We'll look at the Capital Allowance wizard within the corporation tax return today. However, the wizard's functionality across all returns, individual, partnership and corporation tax is exactly the same. The benefits of using the Capital Allowance wizard is the data entry is retained and imported into future tax returns if required. This eliminates the requirement to manually input the data within each tax return. It retains a list of assets, including the date of acquisition and value originally acquired. To start, let's open a CT600 return. Within simple step mode, the capital allowance information is held within the computations, which can be found in the core return in trade and professional income. Once you've come to this screen, ensure "Do you want to use this calculator" is selected. Then click on Add Edit Capital Allowance Entries. If this is your first time using the wizard, you'll come to a screen like this. If you've previously used the wizard or imported data from last year, you may have assets under existing assets. To start, we need to add the assets. Click on Add. On this screen, input the data of the asset. You can choose to input the overall pool totals, or each asset individually. We recommend inputting each asset individually to fully utilize the system. The calculator caters for many asset types, including special and general pools, cars, and research and development. If the option you require is not on the list, you may not be able to use the calculator. In this case, you can switch to the manual option on the previous screen. Please ensure you contact the support team so a request can be raised with the product team. In this instant, we'll select the general pool. Let's input a name for the asset. Plant and machinery additions. Enter the date of acquisition and the initial cost of the asset. The date is important, as the boxes below will unlock when required. If the date of acquisition is prior to the accounting period, the written down value box will be unlocked. If the date of acquisition is within the period, the initial cost box will be unlocked instead. Now we can close the asset details screen and repeat the process for the other assets which we wish to input. Please be aware that the self-assessment return has additional fields for private use on the assets. On this screen, you'll see a summary of assets entered by clicking here. You may find this useful, and you can print this out for reference by clicking on Preview and Print. Now we'll move on to the Capital Allowances calculation grid. Here, TaxCalc automatically populates as much data as possible into the grid. Balancing charges and allowances arising from disposals are currently not automatically input, so will require manual entry. Annual investment allowance is a manual claim that users can submit on the form. If you want to claim AIA, please put the appropriate value in here, or leave the written down allowance claim to roll the asset forward. Please note, if you have an accounting period spanning 2 HMRC financial years, when rates of writing down allowances have changed, you may see a label for the hybrid rate, which is the apportioned rate based on the number of days that fall within each financial year. Now we can enter the annual investment allowance being claimed for this financial year. When you print the return, the entries will populate the boxes required on the form. That concludes this video for capital allowances. Thank you for watching.